Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of What If Naruto Was Shifu. So, like I said, I will come back and I'm gonna post more. And this video is actually gonna be longer because I didn't post in a while. And I'm gonna try to post more videos. Like I'm trying to end this series first, then do the Uguay, and then do the Terra Man and Hell Deku, and then Uguay, and then go back to some of the old ones. So let's get on with the story. Like I said in the last part, Team 7 did all the missions, catching the cat, all that stuff. And because they actually worked together, listen to Shifu and Kakashi, because Sasuke, he still thinks he's stronger than Naruto or Shifu, but he has to listen to him because Shifu is way smarter than him. Naruto may not show his full strength at times, but he do show his intelligence. Him and Shikamaru being friends because they're smarter than pretty much everyone else. And Tenten and, Shifu going out, like I said in the last part, they're going out because I think it's Mei Ling. Yeah, Tenten is, Mei Ling. So, let's get on with the story. They come into the Hokage's office demanding a, harder mission. Well, Sasuke did, because he wants to test out, his skills, put his skills to the test. Because, he's getting bored and tired of these, D-rank missions. The Hokage says, "What about you, Naruto? What do you think about this?" And Naruto says, "That's a good idea. It wouldn't really bother me." With him already knowing that they're doing these D-rank missions to get their teamwork up. And then he asks Sakura. Sakura says, what if Sasuke-kun is doing it? I'll do it. Now, I think about doing a lot of what ifs. So I might just recommend my what ifs to other YouTubers. If you want to do any what ifs that I did already, or any what ifs that I'm currently gonna do, just go ahead and do it. I don't own the what if. Well, I own this what if, but I don't own the idea. You can do it without, even having to get my consent. You can do it, but just don't copy my story. So the what if I'm thinking about doing is, what if Nagato or Pain was the reincarnation? No, what if Deku was the reincarnation of Nagato or Pain? Nagato was a Maki from Naruto. And the thing about doing this is, Nagato, after his death, he meets the Sage of Six Paths, and the Sage of Six Paths tell him that he lived a hard life, and he is sorry, so he's going to give him a second chance. And then he's going to reincarnate him into the other world. And I also think about actually rewatching Shield Hero to actually do something, do a what if on it. And gonna rewatch Norman Gunn, like I said, and still continue to Jonah, had the skill for Nick Fury. We watch Tokyo Ghoul to make Tokyo Ghoul what if, and some other what ifs I might try, or book series that I read, or things like that. So let's just get back to the story. So they do get the mission. They tell Tazano to come in. Tazano comes in. He talks about every single last one of them, including Shifu. Now, Shifu don't mind him talking about him because he doesn't really care. Like I said, this isn't the same as Shifu who would get mad if you talk about him. This is actually, the older Shifu who reached enlightenment and got inner peace. So it's that Shifu. So they're waiting to go. Kakashi says to meet here tomorrow at the gate. And I can't remember which time, but meet here tomorrow and don't be late. So everyone goes home, they sleep. The next morning, Naruto eats. He packs for the mission. Ninja tools, he packs all the ninja tools he needs, and he packs some clothes, and he gets ready. He packs his flute. He also packs his stick, his staff. the Master Uwe used to use. And yes, he can stand on it with one foot and balance it really well. He's actually pretty skilled, like I said. So they, waiting at the gate for Kakashi. He shows up late, and they start moving. Kakashi says we're gonna move at a civilian's pace because Tazuna is not a ninja. So they're moving slowly, and while they're moving, Kakashi actually asks Naruto why he does have that flute. Naruto says, well, because I play it. Kakashi says, oh, since you play it, how about you play us a melody or a song? As Naruto says, why not? As he pulls out his flute, he starts playing. And everyone just feels entranced by his music. It just sounds too good to be true. So they just listening to his music and they're just walking along with it. And they just love his music. It's so beautiful to them. Every single last one of them. Even though Tazuna is a little bit drunk, he still loves his music. He feels entranced, like he should dance. But his body feels not numb, but it feels relaxed. Kakashi, Sasuke, Sakura, they also feel this feeling. And they love it. That's how good Shifu is at playing this. But, he subconsciously is putting chi into this, which is the reason why everyone is feeling relaxed. This chi is actually healing their body, take away the fatigue, the stress. That's what's happening. So, after a while, they do come across the puddle, and the demon brothers were going to attack, but they heard Naruto's music, and they couldn't. They couldn't attack, they couldn't move, they just fell out, knocked out. In which, Naruto stopped playing and says, looks like we had company, but they're knocked out. As everyone gets out that trance and they see the demon brothers, Kakashi didn't even know what happened because, like I said, he was in a trance. So they actually tie up the demon brothers. They wake them up and they ask them what they're doing here. They say that they were out on a mission hired by a man by the name of Gato. They were hired to kill Tazuna, the bridge builder. Kakashi says, is that all? They say, because Kakashi let off a little bit of bloodlust. And, they say, no, that's not all. There are actually two other people that was, hired too. One by the name of Zabuza Momochi, one of the demon mist swordsmen, and the other by the name of what's her name? His name, not her. I forgot. Haku, yeah, Haku. One other by the name of Haku. Kakashi says, Zabuza Momochi. He says, okay. As Naruto says, well, should we keep them for further questioning? And Kakashi says, yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good idea, Naruto. As Naruto says, I have an idea. As he makes a shadow clone, he says, bring them back to the Leaf Village and give them to the third Hokage. As Shadow Clone nods his head as he grabs them too, and then runs off, running off in a burst of speed, super fast. So they, stop right there, then they start talking amongst each other. Kakashi says, do you guys want to turn around and go back? Or you want to continue this mission? Because this mission is no longer a C rank mission. From what I can tell, this is a S rank mission. This is an A rank mission, or this could be an S rank. As Naruto them said, yeah, I actually want to, finish this mission. As Sasuke says, if we're going to start this mission, we're going to see it through. Sasuke says, yeah, I want to help. So they keep going. And in this what if, actually Sakura is a little bit stronger. Not that much, but she is a little bit. Because Naruto forced her to learn taijutsu. And since she do got aptitude for genjutsu, he tried to get her to learn some. But she did learn one. which is Genjutsu. I'm just gonna make up. I'm just gonna say falling cherry blossom. Yeah, this falling cherry blossom. This low level Genjutsu in which just in a Genjutsu. Sasuke is also a little bit stronger from fight with Naruto, and that's it. So they keep going. Occasionally, they go across the river, and whilst they're happening, they're walking. Naruto actually senses something, and he throws a kunai directly at the bushes. A white rabbit jumps out. Sakura says, "Naruto, you idiot. That's only just a little cute rabbit. What if you hurt it?" Naruto says, "Huh, that's quite strange." Kakashi says, "What's strange?" Naruto then says, "It's a white rabbit in the summertime. Pretty sure it should have dropped its winter coat a long time ago." Something's up. As Kakashi puts it all together, substitution jutsu, he says, "Everyone get down." As Naruto drags Tazuna and Sakura to the ground, and Sasuke drops himself, and so does Kakashi. And over their head flies Executioner Blade, in which Naruto actually jumps up in the air, kicks it to the ground, and stands on top of it. Zabuza then, body flickers and stands on top of a tree branch because, Naruto has his blade and says, "Hey kid, give me back my blade. You're pretty skilled for only being what I could presume to be a genin." And then he looks around, seeing the rest of everyone else, and he sees Kakashi and says, "Oh, Kakashi Hatake of the Sharingan, the copy ninja. Mr. Worldwide over there." Man, I don't know why people want to fight with the Leaf Village. How many ninjas they got that's feared by whole nations, yet you still want to fight with them? You got a copy ninja. You got a ninja that can really mess up Madara. Most of the world's most strongest ninjas came from the Leaf Village. Well, even though most of them came from there, some are actually born outside of the Leaf Village that are strong. You have multiple ninjas that's Kage level without even being trained by Kages, and ninjas that's trained by Kages that are stronger than their previous Kage. Then you have people outside the village that are trained by Kage level ninjas. Well, people from the Leaf Village, and they're strong themselves. I'm looking at you, Pain. Nagato. You was outside the village, but you got trained by Jiraiya, so technically, you're a leaf. You're a leaf, a part of the tree. So, let's just get back to the what if. As Zabuza actually, attacks Naruto, trying to get his sword back. With Naruto, what he does is basically not even budging, not even moving, but he, moves his hands, which, in a weird fashion for what Zabuza and Kakashi and Sasuke and Sakura and Haku and Tazuna would understand. It's so weird. Basically, what he does is do it puts his hand up in like a flowing water stance, and he flows his palms into hitting Zabuza, infusing chi with his hits, and also fusing chakra, making this way much more stronger. In which he hits Zabuza, and you see this shockwave come out after it. You know what Tigress did in the second movie when she actually used her palms to hit Poe and sent him going supersonic, not supersonic but subsonic. He actually broke the sound barrier when she hit him. That would actually just happen there. Naruto hit Zabuza so hard, you actually saw, not saw, you heard him break the sound barrier. You heard a big the trees in the area shook, leaves fell down. and the ripple effect went out to all of the area. I'm sorry if you're laughing. That's my sisters, the oldest and the youngest. They're actually in the living room. Dang, it's so weird. I'm a little brother, but also big brother. I got two older sisters, but I also got a little sister. So, not Deku, Naruto is currently still standing on the executioner blade. Zabuza actually gets up after a while, coughing up a little bit of blood, well a lot of blood actually, because Naruto broke in his chest, caved in a little bit, but he is going to survive. So he actually attacks Naruto again, and what Naruto does this time is actually stand off of the blade. He jumps up a little bit, grabs the hilt of the blade with his feet, swing it up, getting out the ground, and then it's in the air. He still in the air. He kicks the blade dead at Zabuza. It flies past Zabuza, actually cut his face. And everyone there is shocked by Naruto's skills. Naruto not really wanting to hit the ground right now, so what he does is he actually throws his flute on the ground to where it's standing up, but it's not the part where he put his mouth at. The part where he put his mouth at is like on the side of it. He has standing up upright, so he lands right on it and just stands right on it with one foot. And everyone just sees how skilled Naruto is to stand on this small of an instrument without even moving. And Kakashi and Zabuza actually fight, and since Zabuza is actually weakened, Kakashi has to beat him faster. And what's his name? Haku actually comes in, saves Zabuza, take him away like a cannon. But Naruto already knew that something was wrong, because all the stories he heard of the Anbu actually leaving the body exactly where it's at, they just kill him fast and leave him. He already knows that something is up. Kakashi also knows, actually being in the Anbu, that they just killed the body and left it right there. So Kakashi actually being less tired, but still being tired, actually go to that's to go to Tazuna's house. So they get there. Tazuna is happy to see his daughter again, and his grandson, whatever his name is. I cannot remember the kid's name. So the kid comes out and says, you know what, you guys are trying, you're just gonna die anyway. No, Naruto don't know what this kid is talking about. Well, then the kid kept on talking about how Gato killed his father, and they don't know nothing about that pain. Naruto then stepped in and says, "Kid, let me tell you a little bit something about me. I don't know my mother or my father. From what the old man told me, they got killed when I was just born. Now, my teammate over here named Sasuke, his whole clan got wiped out, and he was there to watch it. He watched his two parents die. Our sensei here, he doesn't really talk about it, but I can see it in his eyes that he's lost a lot of people. And from where he goes, which I will not disclose to anyone, but I already know where he goes, that he misses a few people. Maybe his old teammates, maybe his sensei, maybe a lot of things. So I'm pretty sure we are all well versed in what it feels like to lose someone. You're not alone in this world, kid. Everyone loses someone. This is the world of ninjas. As the kid does cry and actually hugs Naruto, because she actually do feel sorry for Naruto. Naruto never, felt the embracing someone, never had a father, never had a mother. That's what the kid feels. So, no, Kakashi actually teaches Sakura and Sasuke how to walk up trees. Naruto already know how to do it. Sakura actually gets it just as fast as she did in canon. Sasuke takes a little bit longer. And since he don't have that push to actually beat Naruto, well, he do have that push to catch up to Naruto and actually surpass him. But they don't have that fighting like they did in canon to where push Sasuke to get it faster. But he still takes just as long to get it, if not lesser time. No, he gets it. Naruto, like I said, already knows it. He can do that. He also can walk on water. So it comes the time to no, Naruto goes into the forest in which he meditates. He's just sitting there meditating. And like I said, when he meditates, there's a golden layer of ki around him. Like if Uguay were to do it, it would be, well, now, instead of being gold, it would be black and white. So Shifu's basically just meditating on the ground, not like Shifu, not like Uguay. He ain't that advanced. So no, after a while he just done meditating, so he just relaxed, and this when Haku comes up. Already Shifu can know that this is the same person that saved Zabuza, but he isn't gonna say anything yet. So they still had that talk about if you have someone important to protect, then you actually become stronger. Shifu says, I do have someone important to protect, and he says, my girlfriend. As Haku says, if you keep, wanting to protect her, then you will become stronger. As he is walking away, Shifu then gets up and says, oh, tell, Zabuza I said, hey. As she is shocked, she goes to turn around and look at, no, not she. He is shocked, he goes to turn around and look at Shifu with Naruto. Don't really matter. But, they're not there anymore. She's wondering just who is this kid. So now it's time for them to go on the bridge. Naruto, feeling that something wrong would happen, leads to Shadow Clone. And they all go to the bridge. They finish building the bridge. This one Haku and Zabuza show up, in which they fight again. Naruto fights with Haku. Haku can clearly see that he is outmatched. And Zabuza is actually, fighting Kakashi, so everything's going like canon. Until, Haku puts them in the ice prison. In the ice prison, Sasuke is also there, and, Haku is, trying his best to kill Naruto, but, he hit Naruto not once, but, he hit Sasuke a couple of times. And after a while, he does take down Sasuke, make it look like he's dead. But Naruto already knows that he's still alive. He can feel his faint breathing, and he can, hear his heartbeat a little bit. So, this when Naruto says, alright, it's time to end this. As he puts his hands out in front of him, pulls them in slowly, swirls them in his nose, swirls them around, and push them out. And does the same thing over and over again. Well, 3 times over. And then, he puts both hands in front of him, pulls them back, pushes them down, pulls them back up, and, take his left arm and then pull it towards his shoulder, turns, his palm facing his right arm. He pushes it towards his right arm, and then, he takes his right arm and then he points it in front of him and says, palm. As the golden palm comes out and destroys all the ice mirrors. So that all happens, Haku is flown far away. The mask breaks and Naruto says, I knew it was you, Haku. It doesn't matter. As you hear the sound of 1,000 birds chirping as Kakashi just, rounded up Chidori. But just like in canon, Haku jumps in the way, taking the blast for Zabuza. Zabuza says that's what a tool should do, and this when Naruto proceeds to lay down the Takuto Jutsu. After Gato gets there, desecrates Haku's body, stomping on it, kicking it. Zabuza gets mad and angry, so he proceeds to actually beat the ever living crap out of every single last one of Gato's men, killing every single last one of them, sending them all directly to hell. Oh yeah, you're gonna see something that's actually coming up. Gato is actually still alive. He did not die. So Gato is actually dying slowly. But Naruto walks up to him and says, no, you should have died. But he grabs his finger. Yeah, you know where this is going. He grabs his pinky and says, this is a technique that I created. It's called the Wushi. I think it's called Wushi's finger hold. And he says, you know what Poe did? It's good do and everyone just see this gold aura just flow over everywhere. And instead of going to the spirit realm, he actually goes to this world's equivalent to hell. He goes to Naruto version of hell, dying instantly. Everyone just saw Naruto's power and destructive skills. Now Kakashi actually respecting Zabuza, gets Zabuza's body and actually places it next to Haku, as he does die next to Haku. So what Naruto does, he actually digs a grave for them both, and buries them both together. And he actually puts on his tombstone, a loving father and a loving son. May they forever rest in peace. For the clouds cried today, as their deaths were not justified. They lived in a world full of people that wanted to kill them. They lived in a world full of rage, hatred. For this world was not fair, this world was not justified. Their death will go unnoticed and uncried. For people may not see the tragedy that happened today, but it will always be etched in memory for those who have participated. A loving memory of Haku and Zabuza. So that all happens, Kakashi actually takes the execution blade, and the Great Naruto Bridge is still called the Great Naruto Bridge. So they all go back to the Leaf Village and basically report to the Hokage that they just did a S-rank mission. The Hokage is shocked from this, and Kakashi, after a while, after everyone leaves, tells them that Naruto is actually way stronger than what they think. And he says that Naruto can grow stronger in the future, but he's held back right now by his body, being not fully grown and not fully developed. That's the only thing that's holding him back from growing further in the future. As the Hokage says, okay. So, as that's all over, they still walk around, and Konohamaru comes to Naruto. Konohamaru knows Naruto like a canon, and he actually looks up to Naruto. But not for the same reason he did in canon. He actually looks up to Naruto as a sensei and wants to learn from Naruto, because Naruto do teach him a lot of things like fighting style. Like fighting style, a lot of things. Mom, what is with these people? What is with my sisters? Always so loud. 94%. Okay. So, they go walking around. Konohamaru actually goes running off to actually go play with his friends, in which he actually do bump into Kankuro like a cannon. Kankuro picks him up and, threatens him like a cannon, which Konohamaru screams out, in which Naruto walks around the corner and says, I would not do this if I was you, unless you want to start a war. Kankuro says, huh? Who are you? And Naruto says, my name is Naruto. As he actually looks up, seeing Gaara looking dead to Gaara's eyes, and Gaara just feels this chill. This is not, Shifu releasing any of his bloodlust, in which he do have bloodlust, but he ain't releasing any of it. He just feels his overwhelming chakra, his overwhelming chi, and his overwhelming presence. And this just sends chills down Gaara's spine, and this is his first time ever being scared. And this also scares, Shikaku. And so, that's all done. We're not done yet. Kankuro says, who is this bride anyway? And also says that's the third Hokage's grandson. So if you were to punch him, you would start a war. As Kankuro actually puts Konohamaru down, Konohamaru runs over to Naruto and runs behind him. So, what are the Sand Ninjas doing here anyway? As Gaara does come down and says, you're here for the tuning exams. It says the tuning exams. Oh, okay. You may go then. As they actually start walking away, Gaara then says to Tomari and Kankuro, don't try to attack that kid during the tuning exams. They say, what? Gaara, what do you mean? Gaara says, even if I were to go full out, I wouldn't even be able to touch that kid. His presence, his chakra, is enormous. He didn't even release bloodlust, but it overwhelmed me. And it overwhelmed this beast inside. And they know just how strong the tail beast is, able to level a mountain, able to destroy a whole village by itself. But to scare that must mean he's pretty strong. So they promise not to mess with Naruto and anything like that. So later on, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, they meet up with Kakashi. Kakashi says, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, but the tuning exam's coming up. Do you guys want to participate? They say yeah, they want to participate, and so they enrolled. And I'm sorry if you guys hear any loud noises from the living room or the kitchen. That's actually my whole family now. My other sister came in there. My mama, my sisters, they're all in the living room talking to each other. Man, it's so bad. I got 3 sisters, all around my age. I'm 14, the other sister's 15. The other sister's birthday came a couple days ago. So she might be 17? 16? 17. No, I think she's 17. Don't ask me why I don't know this, because I don't pay attention. So, this is all happening. So they get to the tuning exams after training for a little while, getting their skills up. Sakura actually getting more taijutsu. So, let's go in. They're going to the tuning exams. They walking. Now they're in the first area. The dude doing the genjutsu. Naruto sees directly through it and just kept walking. Sasuke and Sakura didn't see it, but they just kept walking too. And oh yeah, Sasuke did unlock his Sharingan, the one Tomoe. So they just followed Naruto, trusted Naruto, and they see that it's just the genjutsu. Naruto don't release the genjutsu or anybody else. He just keeps going, and they get to the examination area. So I gotta go. I'm actually feeling a little bit bad right now. I'm gonna leave. Thanks for watching. Peace out. See y'all in the next one. I will do the tuning exams in the next part. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.